Hello everyone. Now we are going to read the poem After Blenheim by Robert Southey. Now After Blenheim is an anti-war poem where the poet uses two child protagonists, Wilhelmine and Peterkin, to ask their grandfather Caspar about the victory of Blenheim. Now both the children were playing around their grandfather, and the young Peterkin, he finds a skull. Now being a child, he does not understand what it was and takes to his grandfather, who tells him about the victory of Blenheim. Now the poet uses these two children and their curiosity to make a critic on war. Through the children, he questions the utility of war, and he uses this conversation between the grandfather and the grandchildren to tell us about the consequences of the war and how destructive war can be. Now let's begin. It was a summer evening. Old Caspar's work was done, and he, before his cottage door, was sitting in the sun. It is a beautiful summer evening, and because it's a village side, the grandfather Caspar has finished his work and he is sitting and just enjoying the evening, while his grandchildren, they were playing nearby. It's a typical, just the family scene which the poet has used to create that family atmosphere. And by him sported on the green his little grandchild Wilhelmine. So nearby, his little grandchild Wilhelmine was playing on the grass. She saw her brother Peterkin roll something large and round which he beside the rivulet in playing there had found. Now then she noticed that her brother Peterkin, he was rolling something which was large and round, which he had found while playing near the rivulet, which means a small river. He came to ask what he had found that was so large and smooth and round. That was so large and smooth and round. So, because you see, he's a child, and children generally are very curious by nature. So this large round thing aroused his curiosity, and he brought that thing to his grandfather to ask him that what was that large, round and smooth thing which he had found. Old Caspar took it from the boy who stood expectant by. Expectant by means the child was expecting his grandfather to give the answer to the question that what that round thing was. And then the old man shook his head and with a natural sigh, means the grandfather looked at that skull intently, and then he took a long sigh, generally which signifies that he suddenly remembered those old days and felt very nostalgic. It's some poor fellow skull, said he, who fell in the great victory. So that skull reminded him of that war of Blenheim, and he said that this is the skull of some poor soldier who had fought and died in the Battle of Blenheim. I find them in the garden, for there's many here about, and oft when I go to plough, the ploughshare turns them out. The grandfather tells them that he finds many such skulls in the gardens, and moreover when he goes to plough the field then he comes across many such skulls. For many thousand men, said he, were slain in that great victory, because he says that thousands of men were killed in that great victory. Now see, he is using this term great victory to give the impression that although many thousands of people died, but it was a great victory, and great victory always demands great sacrifice. Now tell us what it was all about. Young Peterkin, he cries. Now obviously, he being a curious child, he wanted to know about this battle. He said, tell us more about that war. And little Wilhelmine looks up with wonder-waiting eyes. And Wilhelmine, she also looked up at her grandfather in curiosity. Now tell us all about the war and what they fought each other for. See, now it's she asked the grandfather that tell us more about the war and also tell us that why the war was fought. Means why they fought. Because if thousands of men were killed in that war, then it must be something significant which they were fighting for. It was the English, Caspar cried, who put the French to rout. To rout means to defeat. He said it was a great war where the English defeated the French. But what they fought each other for, I could not well make out. It's a very significant statement because it highlights the reality and the bitter truth of war. That thousands of soldiers, they die giving their lives, but they have no idea what they are fighting for. They are conditioned, when they are given training, they are conditioned to believe that they are fighting for their country. But what good happens from this war that nobody ever questions? But everybody said, quoth he, that it was a famous victory. Now, even the old man could not answer this question that what were they fighting for. He only remembers it to be a great victory. My father lived at Blenheim then, yon little stream hard by. Now he is reminded of his old young days when the war had taken place. He says, my father lived at Blenheim then. Over that, yon little stream means it's an old archaic word for that. He just points at the stream and he says, near that stream my father used to live. They burnt his dwelling to the ground and he was forced to fly. Means this shows the situation of the common man, that how the common man is affected by the war. Means when the war started, the old Caspar's father, his dwelling was burnt, means his house was burnt and he was forced to fly. So with his wife and child he fled, nor had he where to rest his head. He had no idea where to go, he had no shelter, no place to hide himself and his family. He fled that place to save his and his family's life. So you see, this is the plight and suffering of the common people during the war. The powers, like big powerful people, they decide to wage a war. But it's the soldiers who die and the common people who suffers the most, because their lives are greatly altered in the course of war, just as old Caspar's father's life was changed. With fire and sword the country round was wasted far and wide. That is, the whole country was shattered by the war. And many a childing mother then and newborn baby died. Childing mother means pregnant mother, and newborn babies died. So it's like you just see the newborn babies, the mothers, they had nothing, they had nothing to do with the war, but they lost their lives. But things like that, must be at every famous victory. And old Caspar says that these things, means these deaths, these things, they take place during the course of a great victory. They say it was a shocking sight after the field was won, for many thousand bodies here lay rotting in the sun. Now, they say means the people. He said that people say that it was a horrible sight after the field was won. Even after the great victory, the sight was a dreadful one, with thousands of bodies just rotting all around. But things like that, must be after a famous victory. Again, this line is an ironical one, because he says that even at the cost of human lives, the war was war brought a great victory for England, and it was a great victory. Great praise the Duke of Marlborough won, and our good Prince Eugene. Now, the Duke of Marlborough and the Prince Eugene were the heroes of that war. Why, it was a very wicked thing, said little Wilhelmine. Nay, 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 my little girl, quoth he, it was a famous victory. Now, even you can see that the children have much more sense than the adults. Little Wilhelmine, she was a little girl, but even she was sensible enough to understand that this war was horrible because it led to the loss of lives of thousands of men. Old Caspar answers in a negative way by saying to Wilhelmine that no, it was a great victory. And everybody praised the Duke and who this great fight did win, but what good came of it at last? Quoth little Peterkin. Why, that I cannot tell, said he, but it was a famous victory. Now everyone praised the Duke who fought bravely, but Peterkin then asked the most important question, which is the main highlight of the poem, that what good came at the end of the war. The old man could not answer his question, and he just ends the conversation by saying that I only know that it was a great victory. So basically the poet is trying to sing that war can never bring any victory. War can never bring any good. It can bring victory, but no good ever come out of it. Thousands of people lose their lives. The lives of common people is shattered. There is misery, suffering all around. And all this he has highlighted through this conversation between the grandfather and the grandchild. Thank you. Please keep watching the video, like and subscribe.